Anybody else out there got PTSD with somatic response? Because my body's been moving uncontrollably by itself for 9 years now, and we haven't had any health care for 2 or 3 at least, and nobody to address this particular situation, and no access to pain management, no access to dentists, and no access to psych care, trapped in Thailand in the heat and the sweat. And I don't know anybody else that has this kind of constellation of conditions that I do. And I don't know how to live with it. I don't know how to be okay at all for a single minute. And when this shit comes out of my body, people like to attack me. So it's a complicated clusterfuck of conditions. And I've been trying to call this woman Sandy. You know, we hear great things about Pace. I hear people say this dude Brian is, you know, his brother was like in the hospital and could barely move and da-da-da-da. And Pace hooked him up, and now he has all these things, and he goes there every day and he eats and I don't know. Nobody has any place to live, but at least this guy's getting care. But there's some stupid fucked up thing in the bloody cane tuck that they can only enroll people on the goddamn 1st of each month. Stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard. I mean, when I needed care, I walked into the Phillips Family Practice on the west side of Union Square, walked in there like, oh, here's social worker. She gets you on food stamps and Medicaid. Oh, here's a doctor. Here's a nurse. Here's a psych PA for you to get your drugs from. Here's a PsyD student for you to talk to. Here's a nutritionist. She was a big Mark Hyman fan. Everything under there on one roof, you know. And when I needed prescriptions, I walked across to the Duane Reade, which is always the worst experience in New York City ever to go there, because there's like one surly black teen working behind the counter and 9 people in line, you know. But my prescriptions were either $0, $1, or $3, depending on what they were. Usually they were free, and if you needed tests, you know, we went over to, was that Beth Israel down there in the high 20s, I don't know, maybe 3rd Avenue. There's a hospital over there. Anyway, my New York geography's gone, and my mind's fractured, and they're going to put us out in 8 minutes, so we go wander the streets. I guess the only thing to do is to just go back and forth between the 2nd Street Mission and this place. At least they let you sit inside in the Mission, and you can charge your phone, and they have a little coffee, and they got some food, and then we'll walk back here in the evening and get our little spot on the floor. That's life.